I'm Anna Vira, and today I'm going to teach you a short stretching sequence that can really help you with achieving the splits. I do recommend warming your body up a little bit before going into these stretches. Okay, we're going to begin on our knees, and we're going to step the right foot forward, resting your hands on your thigh, leaning in. We're stretching out the hip flexors here on the left side. Definitely need to stretch out those muscles in order to get into the splits. Rest your forearm on your thigh. Reach your left arm up and stretch over to the right. This is increasing that stretch down the front of that thigh as well as the side of the body. Bring your hands down to the mat. We're going to take both hands on the inside of the foot, and we're going to walk this foot over to the side and turn the toes out about 15 degrees to the right, leaning into this. Couple breaths in this position, and then if you have the capacity, you're welcome to come all the way down onto your forearms. That is going to deepen the stretch. So either stay here or lower. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And you can always hold these poses for longer. We're not going to stay for very long in each one today. So from here, we're going to do a movement, pushing back and flexing that front foot, really sending your hips back behind you. And then bending your knee and bringing your hips back forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Again, you could repeat this more if you like. Then taking your forearm to your thigh and turning your chest in that direction. And then either stay here for a couple breaths or bend your back knee, reach around and grab the foot. This is deepening that stretch in the quads on the left side, which is definitely going to need to happen to get into the splits. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Release. Walk this foot back in to where it started so it's no longer turned out and it's parallel. And then again, press back. We're going to flex and point and flex and point. So again, there's a motion moving back, moving forth. Really warming everything up, getting those muscles nice and stretched out. And then flex, and let's see, either stay here or lower. Press yourself back up. Lower. Press yourself back up. Just one more time, lower. Press up. And lean back forward. So I'm going to use a block. You can use any sort of prop you like. You could stack up pillows. If you have blocks, you could stack a couple blocks on top of each other. You could use books. There's a lot of different options, but in order to get into this position and sit into it, you'll probably need something underneath you. So you're going to straighten that front leg out, and I am just going to rest the back of my thigh right onto the block. My back leg, notice I'm not letting it turn out. I'm trying to really rotate it down. So deep stretch there on the front of that left thigh, deep stretch here in the hamstrings on the right side. And you could always just hold yourself here with your hands as low as you can go. But I like I said, I like to put some sort of prop underneath to give you a resting point. You may be able to go lower. You may need to be higher up, whatever feels right for your body. And I really like to keep the block there until I'm feeling ready to lower all the way into the mat. And you can stay there as long as you like as well. And then the last piece, if you're able to go all the way down, lowering all the way into the mat. Maybe even taking a forward fold into the stretch. Coming into a child's pose. Come on up. And let's do the other side, stepping the left foot forward. So we started with just resting the hands on the thigh, leaning in, stretching out the front of this thigh. Place your forearm on the other leg, reach the right arm up and stretch over. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Both hands come down on the inside of the foot. Walk that left leg over. My heels on the mat. My toes are just off the edge. So about 15, 20 degrees to the side. On the hands, you can stay here. You can also lower to your forearms. If you feel like you could go somewhere in between, you could always put your props under your arms. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Come back up. Rotate, forearm to thigh. Reach around, grab the foot, lean your hips forward, open the chest, stretching out that right thigh. We're just staying here for about 2 to 3 breaths. You can always hold these stretches longer. And release. Moving back. And forth. Moving back on your inhale. Exhale, coming forward. Last one. Again, you can always do more of these. This is a really nice movement to loosen everything up. And then walk your foot back in. So it's where you started in parallel. And then press the hips back. And then we're going to flex and point. So again, there's a rocking action. Forward and back. And one. And then you can flex that foot and lower the head. Maybe if it can go down a little further and press up. I find these movements in the poses to help us with loosening up and getting a little deeper into a stretch if we're working on something like the splits. Then sliding that heel forward, grabbing your props if you have them, if you need them, and resting the back of your thigh onto the block. Again, you can always just use your hands to hold yourself up here. That might be necessary if you can't get very low. But just remember, with something like the splits, it takes a long time to get your body in that position safely. So if you practice stretches like this on a regular basis, then you will be able to achieve it over time. But you can't expect to snap your fingers and drop into the splits without hurting yourself. So be gentle, be kind, and practice. If you like, you can take your prop out, lower all the way to the floor. You can hang out there, you can take a forward fold, whatever feels good, and then we will finish in in child's pose, sitting back onto your feet. Drop your head down and rest. Okay, so that is the end of my short sequence helping us to achieve the splits. If you have any questions, please comment below or even feel free to send me a personal message through my website. Thank you and namaste.